Okay, so if you go to your doctor and you say, I'm not feeling right and I'm of whatever age and I probably need to have my hormones checked, more than likely they're going to draw three hormones. Those are testosterone, estrogen, and progesterone. More than likely, and again, not in all cases, but more than likely, they're only going to check total testosterone. And why is that a problem? So, free testosterone, and those are the two types of testosterone that you should be having drawn, free and total. Free is actually free testosterone is actually what's available to your body to be used. It's unbound to any other molecule and it's ready to go to work. And you can have a normal testosterone and barely any measurable free testosterone, which is why you get to the lab consult and they're going, oh, everything's normal. Your testosterone is normal. I don't know why you feel like crap. This is why, because total is not the full picture. You can have a free low testosterone, and you can still have fatigue and no motivation and no libido and brain fog and difficulty building muscle. And I think I said you can still have a low free. I meant you can have a low, or you can have a normal testosterone, and they say, oh, it's normal. It's within normal limits. Here, take a look. But you can still feel like absolute crap because they're not checking free. And if you have insulin resistance, and you've heard me, I don't really use that term a lot, but I do use metabolic instability a lot. If you have metabolic problems and problems with blood sugar and those types of things, and you also have a high SHBG, which we're going to talk about in a second, both of those are tanking free testosterone. But if they're only checking total, you're not going to know that your free is in the crapper because nobody's checking it. This is why you're still feeling like crap, even though you're normal on labs. All right, so what is SHBG? SHBG is sex hormone binding globulin. Why is that a big deal? So sex hormone, it's exactly what it says. Sex hormone binding globulin binds to estrogen, testosterone, and progesterone, which are the labs that they normally check. But if you have a high SHBG, that means those hormones that it is bound to, they're completely unavailable to your body. But yet, you have normal labs. This is why SHBG is a non-negotiable. It tells a complete picture of what's going on with your hormones. So if your practitioner is not drawing SHBG, when they're doing a hormone panel, you need to ask for it. You absolutely need to ask for it. Again, nobody is checking this. And I say nobody, at least the majority of the women that I see, they don't have this lab test. And of course they don't know. You guys don't know, which I get. That's why I'm here. But I'm just saying, you need to ask for it if you go and get a lab draw because you're not feeling right. All right, so if you go and get a thyroid panel done, most practitioners are going to draw standard TSH and T3. That's not enough. You need a free T3. Free T3 is the active form, similar to testosterone, the active form to what can actually be used by your body. You can have a normal, just like testosterone, you can have a normal T or total T3 and a tanked free T3, meaning your body has plenty of the hormone, from the 40,000 foot view, your total's fine, but it can't use it, which is why you're still exhausted and cold and gaining weight and your hair loss. But your doctor says your thyroid's fine. Nobody is drawing this, people. Insist on it. The last one, this is the fourth one. Again, I was going to say this is non-negotiable and that's not it. All of these are non-negotiables. Reverse T3. When your body is stressed, I don't care if it's nutritionally, physically, emotionally, whatever, it converts T4 into reverse T3 instead of free T3. Reverse T3 is filling the thyroid receptor, but it's doing absolutely nothing. You can have a free T3 and it can look okay. But if your reverse T3 is high, it's not going to be getting into the receptor and making you feel better. Chronic stress. Low caloric diet is a really big one, which I know a lot of the people that I see are chronically nutritionally underfed. And what does that do? That causes dietary issues, micronutrient deficiencies, inflammation, and all of those things collectively are driving reverse T3. Nobody checks it. Reverse T3, free T3, sex hormone binding globulin, and free testosterone. All non-negotiables if you're talking about getting a complete set of labs. Guys, these markers, these 4 markers are sitting at the intersection of thyroid, of hormones, and of metabolic health. And if you're only looking at one thing in any of those, that's a problem, or your practitioner, whatever. If they're not addressing all of those things collectively, that's part of the problem. And guys, these are not expensive or exotic. They're just inconvenient because they reveal actually what's wrong. And if they actually find what's wrong, that means they're going to have to spend a lot of time putting the pieces of the puzzle together to figure it out to help you. If it were me and I still felt terrible despite normal labs, these are the first things that I would absolutely positively demand. You have to have them if you want to complete the picture and you want to feel better. Non-negotiable, full stop. Copy the link in my bio. The Decode Room is free. Come on in. I will see you there. Hope this was helpful, guys.